guys, it's time. There's a real fucked up situation going on. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
It's so despicable, and yet it's stopped being surprising now. P. Diddy just got sentenced to 50 months in prison. Yeah, he got 4 years in the slammer. That's it. Basically, the Jeffrey Epstein of the music industry gets away with a slap on the wrist. I mean, they're probably going to be supplying him with baby oil in the cell at this point. He just got 50 months in prison. That's it.
I will say that's like standard for that's standard for sexual assault related incidents though. The criminal justice system is actually pretty crazy with its lenient sentencing when it comes down to rapists and stuff. Like, it's not, this is obviously a triple Monty because like Diddy is also a very famous person and also very wealthy on top of that. But like, even in average everyday Joe incidents, even if you can get a fucking investigation done, because there's a shit ton of backlogged rape kits that have just gone untested for years. Okay? Even if you can get an investigation,
it's all just fucking performative. It's not real. Because at the end of the day, justice wasn't really served. 4 years in jail for the diddler, the fucking baby oil behemoth, that's unhinged. That's just so twisted. But that's the time.
Yeah. Diddy was convicted on 2 sex work charges. 50 months is on the high end of a sentence. I know. It's because part of the reason why that happened is because the prosecution flubbed it big time. And he had a really solid defense team.
We're living in. Like, it is crazy the times we're living in. I also just saw today fucking Benjamin Netanyahu just openly stating in front of the whole world his plans on brainwashing because so many people are turning on Israel. So he was asked like what he plans to do about it. And you know what? Since I'm just yapping, I'm just going to go ahead and go on this topic now too.
I guess I'm curious about what's another game plan if we lose evangelical support for the state of Israel? What's our backup plan to be strong, like outside of the diaspora?
Christian influencers. Okay. You said, we talked about the woke right. And you said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant. The woke Reich. Because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're loonies.
Yeah, that's his strategy. A galaxy brain chess maneuver here. Call everyone that doesn't support Israel Nazis. Whoa, holy shit. This guy's, he's alting right now. What?
Insane that Charlie's going beast mode for once. I mean, it's not that insane. Dude, someone must have clipped it when I was memeing about how when Charlie comes out with the black t-shirt and starts talking about, guys, we have a serious problem with Israel. Like, this is like Moist Critical coming out and making a video and being like, guys, you know, I put my black t-shirt on instead of the white one today. The McFucksticks over there at Israel are obviously doing a genocide. That's when you know. That's when you know the normal position is we've arrived at the normie position. Like, I'm not, and his own personal positions on Israel are irrelevant. I'm saying, like, as far as coming out and saying anything about Israel because of how fucking terrified most people have been to say anything about Israel at all. Because for many people, for content creators, for people with jobs, they are terrified of saying anything about Israel that's negative because automatically you are public enemy number one. You're losing your job. You're gonna be tarred and feathered. You're gonna be called the anti-Semitic Nazi for the rest of your fucking life. Okay. This means it's no longer the case. This means that normies have also recognized that there isn't a tremendous amount of social pressure that can be applied if you come out and you're like, what the fuck are we doing here? This is completely unacceptable. I'm using Moist Critical here as a beacon. I'm using him as a way to tell you where like societal attitude is at. Yeah, a canary in the coal mine, a litmus test, an indicator, okay? Most people either don't know anything about Palestine or Israel and never really cared, or they had a positive opinion on Israel until October 7, right? And most people saw what Israel did after October 7 and at times tuned in and thought, wow, that's really fucked up. Oh, well, life goes on. I'm talking about like normal people, not you guys. This community is obviously unique. We are uniquely tuned in to what the fuck Israel's been up to every single day. Okay? For the average person, for your coworkers, they are not as tuned in. If there's one thing that pisses off your fucking coworkers, it's the fact that they see that, they don't like it, they're fearful to say anything about it, and they see others saying something about it that reflects their values on the issue, and they get fucking censored, or they get deplatformed, or they get yelled at endlessly by some of the most arrogant genocide dares you have ever encountered, and they don't like that. They especially don't like this. So even if there's an American out there who doesn't give a fuck, who doesn't like what Israel is doing, but doesn't care enough to go out and protest, and is not fully aware of all of the awfulness, all of the bloodshed that Israel has committed, they especially don't like being fucking censored. They don't like the fact that there are unlimited tax dollars going there, and they don't like the arrogance and entitlement demonstrated by this supposed client state, and they don't like that they are being censored for exhibiting any sort of discontent. Okay? We shall call this the Kimmel effect. That's a good attitude about it. That's a good take. Exactly. Americans might not be totally tuned into all the awful shit that Trump is doing right now at the domestic level, but when he came out and was like, Jimmy Kimmel, for this like tepid statement about Charlie Kirk, deserves to be barred from speaking on television, and the FCC should like revoke the television license, all of a sudden everyone goes, what the fuck do you mean? Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Overwhelming numbers also recognize that Israel is committing a genocide. Majority of Americans also want to push for sanctions on Israel. Okay? Not just Democrats. Because when you look at independents, their numbers are a little bit lower than the Democrats, and then Republicans are pro-Israel, but it doesn't matter, right? Because Republicans alone don't make up for Israel support. Like, with the exception of evangelical Zionists and Jewish Zionists, which also are no longer as pro-Israel as they used to be, okay? With the exception of evangelicals and Jews, most of the United States of America are no longer pro-Israel, okay? And that happened over 2 years. You have to measure that against how pro-Israel Americans used to be.
And nobody seems to care.
And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one that's most important? X. X. Exactly. Very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now.
Spoiler warning for those without thinking caps on. Censorship. He's talking about censorship. Damn to free speech. Benjamin Netanyahu's got other ideas. It's something he's talked about plenty in the past. He's not exactly shy with it. He's very loosey-goosey with the censorship topic, and he's talking about it again. He recognizes how everyone sharing videos and information about the atrocities and all the slaughter of the Palestinians at the hands of the IDF is making people turn on Israel. So now genocidal freak is going up to Elon Musk. Oh, Mr. Musk, can we do something about like all these pesky voices sharing all of this? It's censorship. Super weird, by the way, how a foreign nation seems to have so much pull over things happening in our homeland. Why can Netanyahu come out with his full ass on display talking about like how algorithms on the platforms here need to cater to him, and also he should be talking to Elon about Twitter so they can do something together in regards to like the people not liking Israel anymore and what they're having access to. Why is that? Like, that shouldn't be allowed, right? Like, what the fuck? This guy gets to come in and, like, completely wash our fucking freedom of speech in order to fit his censorship agenda? Cool. How about no, Goober? Like, come on. This
Goober
should be an outrage to everybody, but it's not. It's
Damn, bro, I can't believe I'm hearing Moist Critical. My eyes, my ears. I can't believe I'm seeing and hearing Moist Critical wearing the black shirt, literally calling Benjamin fucking Netanyahu the G word, goober. Okay? That is crazy. How do we get here, folks? The motherfucking G word, man.